The government hopes that tough enforcement of the rules will stop the spread of the virus. So what does the data tell us about the scale of non-compliance? This chart shows the number of journeys planned on Apple Maps in the last year. You can see it plummeted during the first lockdown, and then over here it fell again during the second lockdown. It's now at its lowest point since April, which is roughly what you'd expect given the strictness of the rules. A lot more things are open now than they were then. Of course, this data doesn't tell us where people were travelling to, whether going to illegal raves or dropping their kids off at nursery. For that, we can use survey data, and fortunately we have an amazing resource, the COVID-19 Social Study, which regularly asks more than 70,000 people about their experience of lockdown. These are the headline results on compliance, and this yellow line here represents complete compliance. Basically, more than half of people say they follow the rules all the time. This blue line up here is majority compliance. It's really high, 96%, because almost everyone says they follow the rules almost all the time. The gap between the two is where people bend the rules and add their own tweaks and modifications. And yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of that. But stepping back, this is a picture of really good compliance. And in fact, due to recent rises, compliance is now at its highest level since April. Now, not everyone complies in the same way. And I just want to highlight one fact for you. There's so much interesting detail here. For example, men comply much less than women. But this is really important. Key workers say they comply 49% of the time. That is 10 percentage points less than non-key workers. Now, that is something the government really might look at, especially now the definition of key worker is so much bigger. Thanks to this amazing study, we also have data on which rules people break. The yellow bit here is when people say they never follow a particular rule. And you can see the rules that people are most likely to break are meeting up outdoors and also meeting up indoors, which is, let's note, much more dangerous. But again, the important thing here isn't the small amount of yellow, it's this very large amount of green. The data suggests that most people are following the rules. It does make you wonder, how much effect will cracking down on a small minority have on the spread of the virus compared to just changing the rules for everyone?